Hello, I wanted to go over my Voruna build here. For Archon shards, we are using 2 Tau Forged purple Equilibrium shards, and then the other 3 shards are kind of up to you. If you want more strength for your roar, you can run 2 Tau Forged strength. I do recommend running a casting speed shard here, but you don't really need it too much. The pounce of your 2 and your 4 are pretty decent, especially if you just consistently Madurai dash. But yeah, I do recommend casting speed shard and then shards if you want them. However, as you saw, we are running 40 strength with using Roar, which doesn't make too sense until you see that we have both Arcane Impetus, which will give us the max 78% strength, as well as Augmented, giving us 60% strength. And as I mentioned before, I do highly recommend running Madurai to Madurai Dash to get that extra 40% strength. So at the end there, we got 78 plus 60 plus 40 plus another 40. Brings our roar up to about like an 84%. And as you can see, we are using Preya Dynar here, as well as Ulfrun's Endurance actually, as well as Mecha. So this is a status heavy build, and roar double dips on statuses. Again, status build, so I'm using all 4 Archon mods. This is very much not needed. If you don't want to, you will already be getting corrosive, because Voruna here applies everything. The double heat procs does not do too much. Stretch is very minimal energy, and then flow does not do anything. So if you really want to run all the normal mods, and then just run something else here, like adaptation, you could. But honestly, actually not adaptation, because you are invisible. So run whatever you want here besides it. But yeah, but other than that, we are going high range, so that our spread radius of 2 is as high as possible. And yeah, besides that, Mecha. And yeah, for the companion here, we are running a Sunika kubrow, because Sunika kubrows have a, I don't know why, just in my using all the different kubrows, Sunika seems to trigger both Mecha and Contagious Bond nukes more active, or more commonly, so that's why I like it when doing a more Contagious and Mecha Bond nuke focus build. So yeah, that is it for this. The claws here. Weapons do not matter, however, I do recommend running melee Korean on whatever melee you are running, as the freeze from rolling through enemies does help a lot. For some reason, if you don't want to run Augmented Impetus and don't mind having a lower roar, you could run Circumvent, but I do highly recommend running this for the increased strength, just so you can run that 40% strength, or else if you do run Circumvent, you replace Overextended with something, and then you have to deal with the lower range. So anyways, let's go into a mission here. Don't know why I keep trying to go to ESO. Load in.
The art of combat must be practiced to truly master the canvas of war.
The Orican Neural Sentry is attempting to purge you from this place. Stand by for life support.
Our invos. To start off here, we are just going to have to sort of kill some stuff by hand, try to get our energy up. There we go. And there we go, now we got energy. Now we can do the full build. So basically, with Mecha Set and with your one, I believe it is, they both highlight enemies. There's highlight, you basically want to do 2. Oh, and our Sunika killed it. Basically, if you see either a Mecha enemy or a highlight enemy, you want to do your 2, then regular melee it, so you Dynar melee it, and basically that will insta-kill it. And will cause a massive status nuke to cascade through the map. Sometimes you do not even need to use Prey of Dynar. Typically, only if it is a tankier enemy. I'm guessing higher level enemies will also use it. Besides that, you just want to keep your 1 up at all times, keep your roar up at all times, which to mention, you can only cast roar when you're not in your 4, so you will have to recast and uncast your 4 a lot.
Excellent place to deploy it.
Should say is you technically do not need to only go after your marked enemies, you can go after any enemy if you want. It will still spread the statuses, just not as much as if you go after only the marked enemies. So as you can see here. Yeah, basically it's just you see an enemy, you press 2, and then you melee it. And your melee counts as the Ulfrun's Embrace melee. Off our Voruna. One thing to note, this is better in closer quarters because the spread radius is only 17.5 meters, even with 250 range. So actually big rooms like this are kind of hindering to it. Yeah, as you see, roll through enemies, freeze them, you get that extra damage from freezing them. There was a nice one on a marked enemy. But yeah, that's basically it for this build. Kind of just focus, stay invisible with your 1, keep your roar up, and then just look for marked enemies and press 2, and then press whatever your melee button is. For me, it is mouse 4, so I just do 2 and then mouse 4. And yeah. Trying to find more marked enemies, but I don't know why I'm not seeing as many marked enemies. Oh, one thing, no, I also, for hold ability, I like to just do the 2, then I just leave that on, because it is status resistance. That's like all the marked enemies are over here. A bunch of them now. I think now we are maxed out, so as you can see with maxed out everything, yeah, we get 95% roar once impetus is maxed, once augment is maxed, and once our thing is maxed. Where is this guy? There he is. So these guys, you can kind of just spam your 4 on him, and it will kill him fairly quickly. Or her, I'm not sure which one that was, but it will kill the acolytes fairly quickly just by spamming your melee on them. Oh yeah, that's basically it for this build. Thank you for watching.